Now to an I-Team investigation you may want to sit down for.
Yeah, this is about your tax money and how much of it is spent on chairs.
Here's what investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski has found happening in Houston.
Records show the city can be freewheeling when it comes to buying office chairs. And we found one city bigwig in particular is sure sitting pretty.
This is a story of how the city rolls.
You like it?
With your tax money. Or you might say how it's sitting on your tax dollars.
You like my chair?
You see, at a time of tight budgets,
You paid for it.
we wheeled on up to City Hall to ask Houstonians,
How much do you think the city of Houston spent on this chair?
I don't know. This is $100.
try again.
More than 200?
Oh, yes.
$300?
400.
Higher again?
Higher again.
Am I getting warm? 550.
Warm, but not quite there. $637 is the price. And the City Parks Department bought $70,000 worth. Add that to 9 dozen conference room chairs, a set of $1,000 Swank lounge lobby chairs. Yes, they're really called Swank. And these leather loungers at $1,300 a pop. And the city spent $175,000 in chairs in this building alone.
Do you need a $1,000 lounge chair?
So we put Deputy Director Mark Ross in the hot seat.
You can go cheaper.
Could go cheaper, but this was the right pick for the right place at the right time.
Ross told us the Parks building was in bad need of renovation and was restored to preserve its historical value as NASA's original home.
We followed city process, and we were really not concerned that they were overpriced.
And the I-Team found it's not the only city agency where price didn't seem to be a concern. At Houston's Emergency Center, dispatchers sit in $1,000 chairs. And the reason why? Well, you might want to sit down for this one.
If that's the cost, that's what we go with, because we have to ensure the safety of our members.
Safety of your members? We're not talking about climbing buildings, Captain. We're talking about sitting in a chair.
Yeah, but prolonged sitting has proven to cause back injuries.
All in all, the city of Houston spent $1.8 million on chairs over the 3 years we checked. But turns out the city had a stash of surplus chairs during that time that it sold for cheap. And that brings us to the most expensive chair in the entire city. So who has the priciest seat in the house?
It belongs to Houston Police Chief Charles McClellan, way up there on the 16th floor. So what does it look like? Well,
Can we see the chair?
No, you can't.
That's right. The top cop says you can't see it even though you paid for it. A custom executive Stetson leather chair at $1,773.25.
So you're a top cop, you get to buy a top dollar?
Well, I think I deserve to sit in a nice, comfortable chair. As many hours that I sit in my chair each day.
Chief McClellan said it should last 10 years.
Works out about 68 cents a day for the taxpayers.
You did the math.
Yes, I did.
But we did some math too and found other executive chairs at HPD cost 15 times less, just $113. But there is someone in the city who's extra thrifty. Someone you might not expect.
I like my chair. It's very comfortable.
This is Mayor Anise Parker's chair, and it's nowhere near new.
It was a used chair within the city when I found it when I was controller.
Some years ago.
Some years ago. I've had it 9 years now. It was already a used chair, and I dragged it with me when I left the controller's office, down the mayor's office.
Talk about some miles, and it is a bit torn. But why buy new when covering the rough spots with marker will do?
Now, both the Parks and Fire Department claim their chairs either have a 10-year or lifetime warranty and therefore are worth it in the long run. But we found vendors right here in Houston selling similar chairs with lifetime warranties for about half as much. I'm Jeremy Rogowski, KHEU 11 News.
I think ours go for about $125, but you can get them on sale for $79.99.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then they're good.
They are.
They're good. They're comfy.
Good to go.